I played a hidden camera video at my wedding instead of a montage. The groom's reaction was priceless. Most brides are a nervous wreck during the reception speeches. They worry about the catering, the drunk relatives, or the DJ playing the wrong song. I sat at the head table, sipping warm champagne, and I had never felt calmer in my entire life. My hand rested on the white tablecloth. It was steady. Beside me, Ryan, my husband of 3 hours, was sweating through his expensive suit. He squeezed my knee under the table. "You okay, babe?" he whispered, leaning in close. "You've been quiet since the ceremony." I turned to him and gave him the best fake smile of my life. I'm just soaking it all in. It's a day I'll never forget. On my other side sat Jessica, my maid of honor and best friend since college. She was laughing at something the best man said, looking radiant in the dusty rose dress I had bought for her. She caught my eye and winked. "Love you, T," she mouthed. "Love you too," I lied. The DJ's voice boomed over the speakers, cutting through the chatter of 150 guests. "All right, everyone, before we open the dance floor, the bride and groom have prepared a special video montage to celebrate their love story. Let's dim the lights." The ballroom went dark. A hush fell over the crowd. Ryan relaxed back into his chair, a smug, happy look on his face. He was expecting the slideshow we had worked on together, vacation photos, our engagement, set to Ed Sheeran. He didn't know that 20 minutes ago, I had slipped into the AV booth and swapped the USB drive. Everything had changed just 48 hours ago. I thought we were happy. We had just closed on a beautiful Victorian house that my parents helped us buy. Ryan was an architect, and he was spending every night at the new place, overseeing renovations, to get it ready for us to move in after the honeymoon. He was distant, but he blamed it on wedding stress. 2 days before the ceremony, I was at our apartment looking for my phone. I needed to check the weather for the outdoor photos. I saw Ryan's iPad on the kitchen counter. I knew the code, it was our anniversary, so I unlocked it. I checked the weather, clear skies, perfect. As I swiped up to close the app, I saw the recently deleted folder in his Photos app. It had a badge on it. I don't know why I looked. Call it intuition, call it paranoia, but I tapped it. There was one video dated just last week. I pressed play. The room in the video was unmistakably the master bedroom of our new house. It was empty except for a mattress on the floor and some paint cans. Ryan walked into the frame, then Jessica. My stomach dropped so hard I felt nauseous. In the video, they weren't just talking, they were all over each other. Jessica was wearing one of Ryan's shirts and nothing else. She pulled him down onto the mattress. "Are you sure she's not coming by?" Jessica asked in the video. "Nah," Ryan said. His voice was dismissive. "She's at her final dress fitting. We have at least an hour." "I can't believe you're actually going through with it," Jessica laughed, running her hand through his hair. "I have to," Ryan replied. And this was the part that turned my sadness into cold, hard rage. He said, "Her dad put up the down payment. The house is in her name right now. Once we're married, half of it becomes marital property. If I call it off now, I walk away with nothing. We just have to stick it out for a year or two. Then we divorce, I take my half of the equity, and we're set." "You're evil," Jessica giggled. "I'm smart," he said. I watched the video 3 times. I airdropped it to my phone, then wiped the iPad clean and put it back exactly where I found it. I didn't scream, I didn't confront him. If I blew up the wedding now, he would spin it. He'd say I was crazy, or he'd try to fight me for the house in a long, messy legal battle. No, I needed him to sign that marriage license. I needed proof of his fraud, and I needed to destroy him in front of everyone he cared about. The next 2 days were an out-of-body experience. I walked down the aisle, I said I do, I looked him in the eye and promised to be faithful, knowing he had already broken every vow he was making. Which brings us back to the reception. The projector whirred to life. The first slide was a picture of us on our first date. The crowd went, "Aww." Then the music cut out with a sharp static scratch. The screen flickered. The high-definition footage of our unfinished bedroom filled the massive projection screen. "Are you sure she's not coming by?" Jessica's voice boomed through the expensive sound system. Beside me, Ryan froze. He turned to stone. "Nah, she's at her final dress fitting." A ripple of confusion went through the room. People squinted. Was this a skit? Then the image became clear. Ryan and Jessica, on the mattress.
Once we're married, half of it becomes marital property. Ryan's voice on the screen was crisp and clear. If I call it off now, I walk away with nothing. The silence in the room was heavier than anything I had ever felt. You could hear a pin drop. Then a collective gasp as the realization hit everyone at once. Ryan scrambled out of his chair, knocking it over with a loud crash. "Turn it off!" he screamed, his voice cracking. "Turning off right now!" He waved frantically at the AV booth, but the guy just sat there. I'd tipped him $300 to play the file until the end, no matter what. Jessica was shaking. She stared at the screen, her face drained of all color. She looked like she was going to be sick. On the screen, they started kissing. Ryan's mother let out a loud sob and slumped into his father's arms, fainting dead away. The room erupted. Chairs scraped against the floor as people stood up. My cousins were already moving toward the head table, looking like they wanted blood. "What did you do?" Ryan hissed at me, his eyes wild with panic. "You ruined everything!" I stood up slowly and picked up the microphone. The feedback squeal silenced the room for a second. "I think the video explains itself," I said, my voice steady. I looked out at the sea of shocked faces. "I'd like to thank everyone for coming. Please enjoy the dinner. I already paid for it." I turned to Ryan. "I'll see you in court. My lawyer is filing for an annulment on Monday based on fraud. Since you admitted on camera that you only married me for the assets, you won't be getting half the house. You won't be getting anything." I looked at Jessica, who was crying into her hands. "And Jess, you can have him. You deserve each other." I dropped the microphone on the table. It made a heavy, final thud. I walked out of the ballroom with my head high. Behind me, I heard shouting, crying, and the sound of my father yelling at Ryan. I didn't look back. I walked straight out the front doors to the town car I had waiting. I went on my honeymoon solo. I spent a week in Italy, drinking wine and eating pasta by the ocean. It was the most peaceful week of my life. The aftermath was exactly what I hoped for. The video didn't just stay at the wedding. Someone recorded the screen and it circulated around our town. Ryan was fired from his architecture firm. Turns out, partners don't trust guys who plot fraud. The annulment was granted quickly. The judge saw the video and ruled immediately in my favor. Because of the clear evidence of premeditated fraud, the prenuptial terms regarding the house were voided. I kept the house. I kept my money. Ryan walked away with nothing but a bad reputation and a girlfriend who realized he was broke. I still live in the house. I renovated the bedroom first. Every time I walk in there, I don't see the betrayal anymore. I just see the place where I won.